tonight we've got some Pokemon Legends ZA yet again. As the Twitch title suggests, I did take a little bit of a time last night to have a bit of rage at the thing that Game Freak decided was a good storytelling device, which, for those of you missed last night.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Thank you for the biddy, Bundy. But for those of you who missed last night, I took a nice little chunk of time to express my dissatisfaction with a certain story beat that a lot of the side missions in this game have shared. It is, I go to side mission, I talk to person. Person cannot get away from thing that they are doing and asks me to do something for them. Okay, so I'm fully prepared. I'm gonna do said thing for them per request. And then I'm going to come report back to them, because if they can't go to where I'm going, which is the whole premises of the quest. Right? Right. You would think that would be the case, but no. They appear at the end goal area, like spot, where they stated that they could not go and do what I had just done, but here they are anyway, to further conversation and end the request. Now, there has been a few missions that I went to and went back to the person, and that's fine. Like, for instance, the Fennekin side mission where you get Fennekin. The Fennekin is sick. You go talk to the herbalist, or I think it's an herbalist. The person that should know what to do about the Fennekin, and they do. Right? So you go and you talk to this person, and then you go to this wild zone and you get the twig that it needs, and then you bring that twig back to the the head dragon. You bring that twig back to the Fennekin, and the person that's standing next to the Fennekin, and that told you to go talk to the specialist, and everything seamless and all that stuff. Imagine for a moment that you get this request to help this Fennekin, and you go and you talk to the person that knows what to do, and they tell you go to the wild zone, and you go to the wild zone and you find the twig, and then all of a sudden the Fennekin and the lady are right there. That's not how this one goes, but imagine that they just show up, and then you would immediately be like, what are you doing here? You being here constitutes the fact that you could have done this task yourself and everything would have been fine, and I didn't have to be here at all or do anything. There are several missions that do that. The Fennekin one is not one of them, and I like the Fennekin mission because it doesn't do that. I'm going on this rant again because I need to stress this fact. I need to stress my dissatisfaction with certain side missions. We're doing more side missions tonight, by the way. I am. That's why the name of the stream is am I making Lumiose a better place, or am I rage baiting myself? Because I at the current moment I'm rage baiting myself because I am getting heated about this one little thing. Okay, so another somewhat well-known side mission in this game is the Trubbish. There's a restaurant that has a group of Trubbish sitting out there wanting to eat the scraps. You can't blame them. Pokemon gotta eat. Okay? They smell. Trubbish are literally living trash bags, and they smell. And they are driving customers away, and this lady, who is, I believe, one of the waitresses, or maybe the hostess or whatever of the restaurant, she's like, hey, can you take some of this spare food? They call it delicious trash. not referring to it as that at any further point during this retelling. Can you take this down the alley?
Let it go, let it go.
No.
Can't hold it back anymore. Let it
Will
go.
not let this go.
Let
Thank you
it
for the goodies.
go.
So she hands you this scrap food and tells you to go down the alleyway to the trash can and lead them away. She cannot do this. She cannot go down the alleyway and do this herself because she is busy with work. That is what is established at the very foremost of this side mission. All right? So with that understanding, the mission is now take the spare food, take the trebuchets, go down the alleyway, give them the food, they leave the restaurant alone. Your next thought would be to go back to the restaurant and tell the lady that you did the job. And the trebuchet won't bother you for at least a while because, you know, that food's going to run out and they're going to come back to the restaurant. Whatever. That would be your initial thought process. You take the food, you take the trebuchets, you go down the alleyway, you get to the trash cans, you set everything up to where they will mind their own business over here, and what happens next? Not what you expect. The lady, who cannot leave the restaurant because she's busy with her job, you know, you can't just go willy-nilly, leaves her job, goes willy-nilly down the alleyway to go talk to you at the end of the mission, which makes no damn sense. Makes no sense. None whatsoever at all. Infuriates me. I am mad. I'm like, why did I take this food that you already had with you down the alleyway that apparently you can go down and stop at the trash can, which apparently you can get to? Do you see it? The reason that I am upset. I do not want to do a side mission that I don't have any business doing because the requestee could do it themselves reasonably. If she can come down to the alleyway to talk, she can come down the alleyway to bring the food and the trebuchets down. I did not need to do that for her. She could have done it herself. Pointless mission, completely subverted, completely lost all emotional or mental investment that I may or may not have put into any moment of that. Just gone right at the end there. I was like, I didn't need to do this. I went from, yeah, I'm doing this favor for this person to they could have done it themselves. Why am I doing this? So last night, what triggered this rant that triggered tonight's rant is we did a mission from a requestee standing just outside Wild Zone 17. Wild Zone 17 is where Wild Skarmory is. Whether it's one or two flying around, that's where they are in this game. Okay. They want to get a Skarmory feather to fashion some cutlery, a kitchen knife for a chef that they admire. That's fine. They think that the what are they? Pyroar, the fire lion Pokemon, the whole pack of them that are right there in the middle of the wild zone, are too scary, too ferocious, too dangerous to go past in order to get to the place he needs to get this feather. That's perfectly fine. That is a good setup for a retrieval mission. I have no issues whatsoever so far. We proceed. We check around the area. We get the attention of the Pyroars a few times. We run out of there because we're not stupid. So we end up getting up onto the roof, which is the most reasonable place you can go to catch Skarmory in that wild zone. You go up on that roof, you go to the edge. As it's flying by, you chuck a ball at it. If it breaks out, then you do a battle, catch it. Then it really doesn't matter the process of it, but that's the spot you need to go to. So right in the middle of that roof is the feather. Okay, we have done it. We have located the feather. Now all we need to do is grab that feather and go take it. He's up there in the roof with you. We could have went back down off the roof, right out the wild zone, gave the feather to the guy. No issues. If the Skarmory took issue with the feather being taken, which one did, spoiler alert, if you didn't catch last night's stream, or didn't watch the video on YouTube, one did. We could have fought it. A Skarmory is not an issue. We do end up fighting it and like winning, so it really wasn't an issue. Okay, so could have fought Skarmory, could have gotten the feather, gave it to him outside the wild zone. But before we can even do anything with the feather, he's right there on the rooftop with us, telling me he ran past the Pyroars and came all the way up here. Do you see the narrative problem with this story? It completely and utterly, once again, usurps my entire purpose for even being present in said story. I'm tired of it. But we need to do more of these because, one, apparently there is a mission, an extra one that you unlock by doing all 199 of them, apparently. I like completing things, regardless of the treacherous journey that I'm taking. In doing so. But, okay. So, we are going to do more of these. And I'm probably going to lose my mind. But I'm hoping that we don't run, there probably are going to be more, but I hope we don't run into any more of these, like, I'm doing this thing for this person, and then right at the end, this person could have done it for themselves. Why am I doing this? Why am I here? I could have been doing something else more important. Kind of thing. I can't be alone in this frustration. Like, I don't know about you, but like being set on a task and then right at the end of said task, when you feel a sense of accomplishment, it's ripped away from you because it has become needless because the person that asked you to do it could have easily done it themselves. And you don't know most of any of these NPCs, so it's not like you're doing a favor for a friend. You're doing an official request from, like, through the detective agency with Emma. So these are people who, like, are requesting outside assistance. Like, they're paying me with some Poké dollars and some items, and that's woo-woo, awesome, cool, whatever. But, like, I'm performing a paid service at that point that they literally could have just done. Like, is a professional's thing to take, like, your trash from the curb when you set it out on trash day. It is not a professional trash person's job to take it to the curb in the first place. That's the responsibility of the resident of a house. And I'm out here doing missions that are trash to curb and not trash from curb to waste facility kind of deals. The Trubbish one is burning in my brain. That's why I'm making the trash analogy. That and yesterday was trash day. So, like, that culminating. together has made me give a very garbage analogy. I know my joke is bad. I would sit in a corner, but I'm kind of already sitting in the office in a corner, so kind of already there from the get-go. But I think it might be time for us to switch over to the game. And actually get to more of this absolute nonsense, sprinkled in with, you know, some battles and like other things. I will say there was a bit of intrigue with the Cerulege versus Armor Rouge quest that I did last night, and that was admittedly a lot more cool and more adventurous of a mission than the other ones that I've been doing. I do think it's kind of lame that we're like, just like in Scarlet and Violet, you only get one of the evolutions for Char Cadet. This one you can pick which one because it's only one game version instead of Scarlet or Violet determining your choices for you already from the. Your choice was buying which game, and that subsequently was other bunches of in-game choices that you don't get to make once you've made that initial choice. They're just made for you because of the choice of game. Whereas this is a one version game. So I can understand having some elements where you interact with other players, like trading or battling or whatever. And I get that trade evolutions are still very much a thing. But we should have the choice to choose both Char Cadet evolutions. I shouldn't have to like find someone else who plays this that I know to get me an art, or go to the GTS trading of all that place. I hope that the I think it was this goes fast. Like there was a I think there was a Kalos event earlier than that, maybe this year, for Pokemon Go that allowed other fur fruit trims to occur that are usually region locked. And that's one of the GTS Pokemon like trade posts favorite thing to do is like, oh, you want this Pokemon, this like specific Pokemon? Yeah, well then I need a Pharaoh or a Heart Trim Furfrou. So only people in these like certain regions that have Pokemon Go attached to their home can just get these and then screw everybody else. Like what? So now hopefully that they've picked something less ridiculous for their trades that more obtainable. I did load up on a lot of Pharaoh for trim Furfrou in my Pokemon Go account. Because you'll only pick one, sadly. So I loaded up on as many as I could. So if I do come across a trade that requires a Pharaoh trim Furfrou, you better bet that I'm gonna ruin that person's day. It's like, oh, you were doing that so because it was hard to get and stuff like. I'm taking your Pokemon and you're getting the Pharaoh trim. Which, and like the collectability of those trims really only preside mainly in Pokemon Go. So I don't know why setting it as a thing that you want in Pokemon Home is a big thing. Because you can't move it back to Go from Home. So I don't know. I haven't been on the GTS trading thing in a while, mostly because I was, before this game came out, done with the getting Pokedexes done for shiny mythicals. I've stated this before. I'm not gonna do one of those series runs for this game, because this is the first game that I'm starting after already having done those, so I have it in mind to try to get a living dex of some kind ish in this game. At some point, I will move everything that I currently have in the game into home, make sure it's registered, and then bring them back. That way I can make some evolutions happen that, like, for instance, I really should, before I evolve Gimmighoul into Golden Go, make sure it takes a trip to Pokemon Home and back, because I don't want to. I'm pretty sure that's the only Gimmighoul in the game. So I don't want to. I don't want to, like, have to figure out a way to, like, GTS trade or something another chest form Gimmighoul from Legends ZA for that Pokedex, because that's gonna be a whole nightmare if I don't do it. But, and probably while I'm at it, I'll rearrange the boxes so that way my bench box isn't, like, in the middle. Because when I just had the base game going on, there was less boxes. So instead of moving my boxes that were toward the end to the new toward the end of my boxes, it's like, nope, we're just tacking them on at the end, which, does make sense. Just add the extra empty boxes and not move anything around. I get that. But it's frustrating because, like, I put my important boxes at the end. That way, like, I can fill up the rando boxes being one through whatever, and it makes it easier for that to happen. And then I can just tab over to the left to the last few boxes real quick for my specialty boxes. I don't know if anyone else does it that way, but it's the simplest for me. It's like, okay, box 1 through, like, 10 can be for whatever's, and then, like, the last few boxes are, like, my legendaries, my shinies, my bench, which is always the Pokemon that I could swap in if I wanted to, or will probably work on in my party at some point. Maybe not through, like, the actual playthrough, but, like, afterwards or in betweens kind of thing. It's the bench. They're benched. It makes sense. If it don't make sense to you, I thought, but that it makes sense to me, and it's my Pokemon organizing system. So that's the only person that needs to make sense more. I don't know. Anyways, let's do a quick look through of distortions, because as always, I don't think any day or night cycles happen, so it's probably all still the same. Staravia, I can just evolve Starly. Yeah. Okay. So once nighttime hits, then we can then we can check again. We're gonna head to the research lab because there's 2 right there and then 1 down the street for side missions. Okay, so it might be that one might be Mabel itself, or it might be the fossil person. So we'll probably skip that one for now and do the one that's, like, right over here. And what in the world? Is that just parts from the sewer? Ma'am, are these your Aerons, and have they been causing, have they been committing vandalism in the sewers? You want to know what I'm doing? Well, that was a little bit meta, but alright, yeah. Well, I'm feeding these wild Aeron with sewer parts? Where did you get these? Did you obtain them legally? Probably not. Aeron love to eat metal, they'll even munch away at cars and things if you're not careful. This is why you keep them in their Pokeball. So I feed them scrap metal to make sure they don't start eating what they shouldn't. I think that's a pile of a whole lot of the things that they shouldn't. But, alright. I do worry they'll get bored if I keep feeding them the same old thing all the time, though. So I had an idea. Don't you think a poison type move would add some really nice flavor to the scrap metal? I don't mean to be rude, but are you some kind of stupid? It's like, poison my favorite. It's like, I get that they don't get poisoned. But that doesn't mean that you can just, they should be consuming it willy-nilly. Like, it's probably not, it may not affect them as horribly as everything, like, all the other types would get affected. But I can't imagine that it's good for them. It's like... That's like saying chocolate, because it doesn't affect humans like it does common household pets. Maybe not. That's not the best analogy, because we do enjoy eating chocolate. At least most people do. But in the same vein, because I can't really think of anything better, just because chocolate doesn't destroy our gut like it does those animals, doesn't mean that it's inherently good for us. Like, we all know chocolate is a sweets and it's a dessert, and like, it's not the most healthiest thing in the world for us. I'm not saying that we shouldn't eat chocolate in any amount. I'm just saying that's like thinking just because it's way worse on other animals and it's not so bad for us, that like that just justifies it, you know. Like, just because it doesn't kill us or try to kill us, it automatically means it's good for us. So the chocolate analogy is not the best, but it kind of fits, because like, chocolate isn't good for us. It's a sweet treat, and like, obviously everything in moderations or whatever. But it's not good for us. It's not great for our health. Like, it doesn't have a whole lot of benefit. Okay. So it's less about, sure, we can eat chocolate kind of thing, so what's your point? It's less of that. It's more of just like, oh, just because it doesn't kill them, it's great for them. Or it might be super flavorful. You can't just make that assumption just on the fact that it's not murdering them. Like, that can't be your only thought process in that. It's like, oh, poison. Steel types can't be poisoned, so it must be great and flavorful for them, and they must love it so much. Like, that's a bold assumption to just be like, it can be not deadly, but at the same time taste like crap. At the same time, like, not deadly and super great for you are not like mutually. I'm going on a tangent. I'm questioning all the logics here. That's how that's my coping mechanism for the like absurdities that I've had placed before me. So, I apologize if I'm just being overly critical of a game, But at this point, the game started it, and it's made me mad, and I'm mad, so I'm gonna ramble, and I'm gonna shout, and I'm gonna be mad. I'm just gonna be all sorts of feisty with it because it started it. It started it. All right, not her specifically, but like this game started it. All right, I'm more than happy to finish it. I will not be denied my sense of like. I Let's just continue on. Steel type Pokemon can't be poisoned, so it won't bother them at all. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna enjoy it. Sorry. If you're happy to help me test my idea, hit the pile of scrap metal with the move Sludge Bomb. I think that's the one that Gengar knows already. So, even though I don't agree with this, it might be an easy thing for me to just do. To give it some seasoning. Oh. Ah, it's Gunk Shot. Okay. Can you know Sludge Bomb? You can know Sludge Wave. Is that better than Gunk Shot? No, it's not better than Gunk Shot. Okay, so... you don't... You either can't learn it or it's a TM. Poison Jab. It's not gonna be... Those of you that don't see it, do you see it now? Alright, so we need... to complete the next level, which is 200 points. That one might be a little bit simpler to do. Okay, do I have more than one Starly? Oh, I did go in the wrong direction. I could probably still evolve it even if it's not, even if it's my only one. But I believe that gives me the one hyperspace Pokedex entry that I need. I think I might have glossed over it. I apologize. There's a lot of Pokemon on screen. I Starly registered. What? Like, where's my Starly? Did I give it to an NPC or something? Do I need to go to the hyperspace distortion to catch the Star Avia? And another Star Leaper? Oh no, here it is. Okay, we're gonna move it to the because I don't want to. Okay, it's already high enough level to evolve. Fortunately, it is my only one, so. But being said, we've had multiple days and nights of a Starly being in one of the distortions. I don't think it's going to be a difficult one to get another Starly. So that should be another entry in the... Was that not another entry in my hyperspace Pokedex? Is Starly available in the base game? Then, yeah, okay, good. Okay. I find it very ironic that I need Sludge Bomb. And then I can, that was the very next thing I unlocked with the research from Mabel's, which is the place that I'm outside right now. That could not have panned out more cohesively. Why is the universe favoring this odd task of using Sludge Bomb on scrap metal for Aeron to season it with? Why? Anyways, might as well see if that is a thing that we can teach it now that we have. Okay, we do. It's a 90 power. This one could cause... Alright, we're gonna teach it Gunk Shot again right after this, but for right now we're going to Sludge Bomb it up. I don't like teaching a Pokemon a move just to revert it, but we literally need this specific... Well, I think we do. It's stated a specific move, so I'm not gonna try to use Gunk Shot on it and hope that it's good enough. So, use Sludge Bomb. Oh, that Sludge Bomb gave that scrap metal such a tantalizing aroma. Do not eat the scrap metal, lady. That like, it's not gonna kill the Aeron. They might just not like it. Who knows? The whole logic rah 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 that I did earlier. Whatever. You eat that, you die. You breathe it in too much, you might even die. So get away. They didn't even want to shade it like a kind of purplish or like gross color over it. No, they just want to leave it completely unchanged. Wow. And look, the Aeron seemed pretty happy with the result too. They're chowing down. I'm so glad this random idea of mine worked out. Yeah. Because if it didn't, you'd be your Aeron's least favorite person. Thank you for spicing things up for us. You were a fantastic help, and I'm fantastically grateful. After this, I think I'll spend some time researching which poison type moves Aeron find the tastiest. You can't just be like, oh, this one worked out, the other ones will certainly work. You need to consult a Pokemon scientist of some kind before you do any more of this dumb crap. Especially when experimenting on your own Pokemon like this. Don't you worry, my little Aeron friends. I'll keep feeding you as much scrap metal as I can. Or as you like. I hate it here. Get you back with your frickin'... Get gunk shot back on here. Alright, there was one down the road. Hopefully this person has their sanity intact, but that is apparently asking a whole lot. No, not you. Oh, it was you. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not. No. Oh, look, someone else down the street this way. As you can tell, the recurring side missions where it's like, show me this one, then show me this Pokemon, this, that. Like, I'll end up doing them in the end, but I'm not committing to the monotony on stream like that. Do I want to? Probably not. But here we go. Oh, my little bird Mike babies, I've gathered you here to fulfill my dream. So they don't get a say in the matter? What is my dream, you ask? I didn't ask. I was just questioning whether you were forcing them or if they were okay with this. Bergmite sur un avalog. Excuse? Yes, that's right. I want to see all my Bergmite sit on the back of a giant avalug. Then why are you not in the wild zone with the giant avalug? That's very angry looking. I know. But you strike me as a capable trainer. And so I have one very, very serious request for you. I'd like to borrow an avalug big enough to fit all 4 of my Bergmite on its back. So the alpha. I think one with a size classification of XL should be big enough. So the alpha. I'll be very surprised if it's not the alpha. So I guess we're going to the cold one. Is that this one here? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. It's close spot. Yes, I can fast travel, but it's light. It's right there. See, the avalug's right there. Just need to... Do I have... Okay, we are going straight for the Ultra Ball. And we are... Yeah, we could quick ball it, but I'm not fancying that. It's also gonna have Lucario at the ready because fighting type. Upset the Alpha Bombers, no. We don't want to make him angry. We've already got enough problems in here. Oh, no. Bergmite, your fault. It's Papa that we don't want to miss. Bergmite, go away. Ow, you little sucker. Yeah, you do iron defense. I don't care. Alright. You guys asked for it. You first. Oh. Alright, we gotta have a look woo-woo. Okay. Another Pokémon in the Pokédex. Do I even have... Bergmite? No, I don't. I should have caught that one. I thought I did it, and I haven't. And we're not gonna do it now, because I've already done enough. I hurt everywhere. Alright, let's go back to the lady. So happy that her and her Bergmite troop just didn't show up behind me in the wild zone after I caught the Avalugg. It's great. It's my favorite part. Legitimately, it actually is my favorite part because I did not want to see them in that wild zone. I think I would have went on absolute rage. And I think I'm going the wrong way. I don't remember exactly where they were at. I just know they were out. This way. Do you have an XL Avalugg for my 4 Bergmite to ride on? So, because the Magikarp Alpha worked for the XL, so wow, this Alpha's massive. Yeah, it's a big Pokemon in general, and then Alpha is very large. Should have fit all of my Bergmite for sure. Are you ready, my babies? And the Avalugg is just like, you caught me for this. Yep. Oh, just look at all 4 of them fit on Avalugg's back. This is exactly what I wanted to see. My dream has come true. I was supposed to say, you better take a picture. Wait, let me take some photos. I need to post this on my socials. I also took a picture. I'm not taking multiple. I mean, technically I took multiple because I did the one a little bit ago when they first got on there. So, wait, what's happening? No way. This is wild. My pictures are going viral. I had no idea so many people wanted to see the same thing I dreamed of. I'm so glad many people have gotten to see how great Bergmite and Avalugg are. And it's all thanks to you. I couldn't have done any of this without your Alpha Avalugg. Bergmite sur on Avalugg. Alright. So let's go to boxes real quick, because this can go to the Alpha box. Let's switch back to that in case I catch anything else. Alright. That was a simple one. I did not. If you were to tell me this morning that today was the day I was going to go catch the Alpha Avalugg in Wild Zone 12, I'd been like, why? I'm glad I got that done. You... Pretty sure you're the one that wanted me to show you one of every Flabébé. And I do have one of every Flabébé because of that. Went and hunted them all down. The white one was the hardest to find, even though it was in a set location, whereas the other ones were on rooftops and stuff throughout the various parts of the city. What do you want now? Have a look at my Floette. Oh, wait, they're Floettes now. You know, Flabébé and Floette, at a glance, I will mistake them. They are small and they have the flower. That's I don't pay too close attention to them. Even though in this game Floette has a bit of significance, I get that. It's Florges is the one that stands out because it's like it's big, it's got all that and all that. But between Flabébé and Floette, like if I'm just running around or running past someone with 5 of them, like I'm not gonna pay attention to know whether it's gonna be a Flabébé or a Floette. Now that's been brought to my attention, yeah, they're all Floette, and I've gotten all 5 Flabébé. Anyways, I have all Flabébé of each flower color, so now I have a full palette of Floette fabulously. But what about the Eternal Flower Floette? The what? And then yeah, I don't have that one either right now. It resides in the same home as I do, but it is not mine. It just kind of hangs out at the hotel where its former partner was until he died. Yeah, should not unload that much on a random person with 5 Floettes. Flo la la. And now I want to see all 5 of my Floette in battle together. Sure, that would help me come up with an even more hair colors for you to try out. That's where I could use your help. Do you think you could do me a huge favor and face all 5 of my Floette at once? Like in like the group little battle things that I've done with like the Beldam and stuff? Or like as an actual like standard one-on-one Pokemon battle? So where they're not all at once, it's sequential. Like, what are we doing here? Just come and talk to me once you're ready to face my whole team of Floette. Okay, that sounds a little more standard sounding. Ready to take on all 5 of my colorful Floette at once? There you go back with that word. Or that wording. Whatever. I think I'm still on Gengar. It's all at once. Now I'm on Lucario. Did that get the white one? Words she can't do it justice. As if the 5 flower colors blending together to create brand new colors. I must make those colors a reality. Like maybe a set of pastel colors. I could make them by mixing different colors with white. Now the people of Lumios can enjoy all sorts of hair colors thanks to you. And of course, if you ever feel like changing up your own look, you can head to the hair salon too. Hopefully that's the last time I have to do it. 9 pastel hair colors are now available at the hair salons. Cool. So I no longer have to deal with any more requests from you. We're done. Okay, good. Sometimes it's like, oh, you just want to battle, you know, awesome. The rest of the crap that I've been dealing with. Hey, it's the Beldum guy. They're Matangs now. Did they fuse into Matangs? You know you can evolve them each separately, right? I know the lore says that they combine into things, but like... Let's just talk to them. Check it out. Remember those Beldum I got? They evolved into these Matang. Can't imagine repairing elevators without my handy little helpers here. You know, that's... Regardless of the logic behind it, like I did doing the more lore accurate, they combine together to make the next evolution kind of thing going on. Whatever. It's nice to see that like there's some level of progression with the NPCs after the fact of them being in the side mission that we're on. So, you know, good to know he's evolving his Pokemon. They're doing good. That's good. All right. Almost nighttime, so we will probably get the... This is the place where we found the Gengar. This is where I found my Gengar. Oh, wrong. There with that. Okay, let's see what we got. Roki. Oh. I mean, okay. Look, I don't even know if the Greninja is even still available. As I know the very second season of it, you could get it at a lower ranking of the online ZA Royale thing. And that's literally the only thing that I would swap my Feraligatr out at this point. Is a Greninja that could become a Mega Greninja, so... Why couldn't they just made it accessible single player style? It makes me so upset, because like that's that... Because like, I was hoping that as soon as they revealed the Mega for Greninja, I was like, I will ditch Feraligatr in a heartbeat for a Mega Greninja so fast, and I wanted to do that, and I wanted to get through my playthrough with it, and I didn't do it because it's behind the stupid PvP thing. Like, I could probably do okay in it now, but like when I first started out, I didn't have jack crap for good Pokemon, and kept getting my rear end handed to me in every match. And of course, we got another option for Beldum. Okay. And then there's Starly. That one, we could get another Starly if we really wanted to, but yeah. We will go catch Froakie after we do this. I'll be with you in one moment. Alright. Rare candy. Worth it. Alright. Thanks again to you and the rest syndicate for your help the other day. It's been a lot longer than, well, I used the other day in a very similar fashion. I can't say anything. Remember that Gengar I said I'd look after? Well, I haven't seen him for a while. It's a wild Pokemon, so I know it's gonna come and go as it pleases. But I'd gotten used to having it around, and if I'm being honest, I'm kind of worried about it. That's fair. I know it's a weird ask, but do you think you could help me look for Gengar? It'd mean a lot. Goodbye, Gengar. No! Don't tell me goodbye, Gengar. We'll need help from a ghost-type expert, too. There's almost always a ghost-type on my team. I consider myself somewhat of an expert. Go see Gwyn. Fine. The Fist of Justice. Lend a hand. She could be at the dojo. Alright, let's go to the dojo. Actually, we're not going to go to the dojo just yet. I do want to see real quickly that... Okay, it doesn't give us a marker. But at least the next part of it is a place that we can just fast travel to. So I do want to place a pin here. But now we are going to go... We are going to go and get us some Froakie. Please dive. Alright. 3 minutes and 12 seconds to get some Froakie. Off of Binacle. Where the Froakie? There's supposed to be Froakie in this. Why is there no Froakie? Are there secrets? Are there secret areas? Or what are we doing here? Like TechyPlayz? No. Okay. Okay, no map. Alright, that's not helpful. I did not think that we would have any issues finding... Can't just go up? Where's the Froakie? I was told there were Froakie here! Did we just... Yep, alright.
course, Froakie is a fleeing Pokemon, so... pretty much just wasted all of our opportunities for freaking... That wasted time. Well, I guess it's good to know that Froakie do spawn in these. Not even gonna make it back in time. Yeah. Didn't even see if I could get them respawn. That's depressing. I hate how Froakie is a fleeing Pokemon. That's just sad. Alright. Just this dojo. Hate it. Hate so much. Alright, Gwen. So you need my help. I'll do it on one condition. Battle. Revenge will be mine. You. See, this is why we don't go to Gwen for help. I still have Gardevoir. No. Yep. Haha. Think you can Phantom Force better than I can? Not likely. Ice Punch on you. And then Pulse. Just preemptive because I know she's probably gonna do it. Yep. That Calm Mind's gonna do you no good. Get out of here. Seriously? Yeah. Seriously. You're really strong. You explain why you need my help and keep it brief. See why you're concerned. Still, now we have an idea of sort of Gengar we're dealing with. Sort of. Chandler should be able to sense where it is. But know this, some ghost-type Pokemon like to settle in and others would rather roam. So don't set your hopes too high. You've been warned. I get it. I just want to make sure Gengar's okay. Do you sense anything, Chandler? This place here? Chandler thinks Gengar might be at Hotel Rishisune. Makes sense. Buildings as old as that one have fair share of ghost stories. I'll meet you there then. There. I remember where some things are. I gotta say, this is one of the most main story character involved side missions. Or am I going outside for this? Because this could include Jason and outside. Could include Jason and Labini. Or Laban. Or Labane. Oh, I honestly don't know how to pronounce her name. Do you sense anything, Chandelure? Gorgeist. Ghost type, but not the right one. Any other leads? This place here. It's gonna have me go all over town. Secluded waterway. I guess ghosts tend to do congregate near running water. Sounds legit. Meet you there. That one I don't know as well. Where? This is over by the missing key thing from last night or the night before. If you can sense anything, Chandelure. I'll shop it. Just to shop it. Any other leads, Chandelure? This place here. The Gallery de Luna. How bizarre. So Gengar has developed a taste for hot contour. Is that it? If so, it should have gone to Paso Ombrage. My favorite clothing store. Wisp is there. Well, the Gallery de Luna, it is then. Alright. Oh, that's a restaurant. Oh, wow. We need to go around the other side of the building. Like a distortion. You know what to do, Chandler. Gengar! Is this your Gengar? Dang. No, its cry is different. There you are, Gengar. Let's head home, shall we? Tonight I think I'll make that stew you like. Wow. So not only did he not find his Gengar, he just watched someone else go home with theirs. Ouch. Let's try again. Shinigor, people are counting on our help. That's okay. Let's call off the search. If you and Shanlu are having trouble finding Gengar, I don't think there's much hope. But I should have asked Gengar to be my partner while I had the chance, and now it's too late. Hadn't even realized how much I enjoyed having Gengar around until it left. That's life, I guess. Thanks so much for helping me search for Gengar anyway, I really appreciate it. After all that, we couldn't help him. Yep. That's sad. That's a sad story. Well. What we could do now is we could go, because I think this is a location that we can enter freely. So let's see if he's still there. Get any more dialogue from him. Oh, cutscene. Okay, so there is more to this story. Oh, it does have a happy ending after all. Okay. This is nice. And could have been completely missed. That's... Look, Gengar came back. It may wander off again, I know, and maybe that'll be the last time I ever see it. But for now, I'm gonna go all in on appreciating the precious time I get to spend with Gengar. Or you could catch the Gengar. But anyways, happy ending to the story, hooray. Good, good. It's all good. Alright, I think we can do... one more. And then we will wrap things up after we do the one more. So let's go the other side of town. There's one right here at Cafe Triste. So hopefully that's a nice, quick one. Right here. Oh, you look familiar, and you. Wait a tick, aren't you the trainer known as Jacob from Team MZ? Yes, and you look familiar in a bad way. Like you're an NPC I've done a quest for before and it went crazy. People always think that, but no. Nah, you got me. I knew I recognized you. I wonder if I could trouble a renowned trainer such as yourself with a trifling request? I'm an auteur. You see, a writer of great novels. Not that my talent is appreciated by the masses. But I've got just the idea for my next manuscript. The only element I lack is a dramatis personae. A famed trainer like you could round out my cast and provide the inspiration I've been looking for. I have an idea for the Pokemon my tail shall require. Could you assemble them for me? This is not going to be a quick one. Well, it could be, but it also very well could not be. First, you must have a ground-type Pokemon. Next, Pokemon that knows Flamethrower. Already 0 for 2. Finally, a Pokemon bearing a Megastone. That was the only one that I fit for my team has. Well, okay, my team entirely consists of Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, although my current lineup now has only 5 Megastones because Quasar is a neat one. I must see all 3, then my creative juices will surely runneth over. Could you put them in a trio in your party and come show me? I can repeat my list whenever you like. Ground type, Pokemon that knows Flamethrower, and a Mega Stone. Mega Stone carrying one. Can't just say a Mega, because, you know, right basic. Alright. Boxes. Bench. Let's move it down. Do you know Flamethrower? Yes. Yes. It's all coming together. Okay. So we will like that. That. Forgot about the shifting. Okay. So Pokemon that knows Flamethrower. Check. Ground type. You're fire. Yeah, you're fire ground. You can go there. And then when the Mega Stone we could just pull from our current team. Good. Alright. You brought me the Pokemon 3 required for my tail? I believe so. Seems you have the requisite number of Pokemon at least, but will they fit the bill? First things first, which is your ground type Pokemon? Camera up. Camera, quite the choice. Oh yes, this is sparking some ideas. Then on to our next character, which is the Pokemon that knows the move Flamethrower. That would be Armarouge. Ah yes, Armarouge. The scenes are coming into sharp focus now. You need a strong finish, which is the Pokemon that bears a mighty Megastone. Ampharos. Ampharos. Astounding. I never would have thought. Thank you, friend. You've given me precisely what I asked for, so now I can craft my great tale. Has to be an adventure novel, you see. Since you've been so integral the whole thing, don't mind giving you a little preview of the plot. Our tale begins deep in the wilds of the Kalos region. There in the forest, replete with nature's majesty, a Pokemon called Camerupt has a thought. I wish I could Mega Evolve. I mean, it can, but that's beside the point. And so our hero journeys forth in search of a Megastone. Trainer Jacob at their side. Okay, so they get that it is a capable Mega. Okay. They arrive at the Tower of Mastery, where they meet Ampharos, bearing the very same Megastone they sought, no less. Does he realize that an Ampharosite is not gonna Mega Evolve? Never mind. Defeat me in true battle, their foe declares, and I shall allow you to take this Megastone with you. Yeah, he doesn't get how Mega Evolution works. Accepting the challenge, camera up, sends out. I don't think he knows how Pokemon battles work either. Camera up sends out Jacob to do battle. Just then, another rival for the stone swoops in out of nowhere. Armarouge unleashes Flamethrower in a bid to claim the Mega Stone for itself. Yeah, Armarouge can't Mega Evolve. I mean, it'd be cool if it could, but then they would have to give Cerulege one too, and I don't think they want to do that. I mean, they did it with Glalie and Frostlass, but Glalie got its first by a long margin. Jacob leads in front of the camera up to protect it from the flamethrower. The hell I ain't jumping in front of no flamethrower. Crazy old man. He hurls both Armarouge and Ampharos to the sea spirit's den in Kalos's merciless sea. The what's the... Tawny, the mysterious and mighty figure who governs all Mega Evolution, saw everything. Okay, why are you giving Tawny such a... I am regretting ever talking to this man, because first off, he's treating me like a Pokemon. The Pokemon like the trainers, not understanding how Mega Evolution works, and apparently Tawny governs all Mega Evolution. Like some kind of Rayquaza. I don't like this book. I think this guy's a bad writer. She recognizes and rewards Jacob, granting him a Mega Evolution of his own. Okay, first off, flattered that I get a Mega Evolution in this story. Cool. Didn't ask for it. I really don't want to. This is a very backwards and very crazy. I still don't like the story. I still don't like the story. It's going all sorts of crazy ways, and like, yay, cool, you're giving me a Mega Evolution. I don't even want to know what that would entail. Sounds painful. Yes, it's the first ever human Mega Evolution. At least you're witnessing the miraculous sight. Camera up to faith in the power of Mega Evolution is affirmed. Inspired Gamera vows anew to find a Mega Stone of its own. Yes, its very own Camera Update Stone. What if my ground type didn't have a Mega? You sound like you're in pain. I am. I am in much pain. I just bore witness to the most nonsensical, backwards Pokemon story I've ever heard in my life. This man's thinking about me Mega Evolving. No. I mean, no, I don't want to Mega Evolve. I feel like a human Mega Evolution would look more like a Cronenberg monster than anything else, and that's scary. I don't want to Mega Evolve. Sure. I better get it all down on paper so I can submit my manuscript to Lumio's press. It's like, sure, let me get. Is that what's from the smack? Just break his hands, never write again, and then run off. No. Can't thank you enough for your help. You'll write a blurb for me when it comes out, right? Sure. You won't like it. Novel adventure. Hey, that was terrible. And then he's gone. Or was he ever there to begin with?
The nonsensical quests I've been going on have driven me mad, and now I'm starting to hallucinate terrible writers who write about human mega evolution. I've gone crazy. I've lost my mind. No, in all seriousness, that is going to be the last one. No, that's good. I'm ending it there. That is going to be the last thing that we end on. Is my complete and utter loss of touch with reality in Pokemon. As I'm imagining people writing stupid stories about human mega evolution. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out and playing some crazy Pokemon missions that have absolutely racked my brain in ways I never thought would be imagined or could be imaginable. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. I don't judge. But I do hope that the rest of your time is good and that you join me again for another one of our adventures. I do not know what I'll be streaming tomorrow, but it, I believe, will most likely be a collaborative stream. So we'll see what is come to agreed upon for said broadcast, and I will see you guys there. Good night, everybody.